What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Hunt, Fish, Live podcast. I just got home from a 4-day rutcation down in Indiana, and man, it was a grind. Long sits, cold mornings, and a couple close calls. When you take time off just to hunt the rut, you pour everything into those days. I'm going to break down how the week went, what I saw, and what I do differently next time. So, if you're thinking about heading out soon, or just want to live it through the story, stick around. This one's all about my 4-day rutcation in the Hoosier woods. Let's get into it. Well, I took off Thursday morning after dropping my daughter off at school and headed to Northwest Indiana. For me, it's about a 3-hour drive from the farm, so I was going to get there about 11 o'clock or so, based on traffic and everything like that, and stops and all that stuff. So I actually had to hit the grocery store before I came back. Did I? No. Sorry. I stopped along the way at the grocery store to get supplies. So, made my way down south. When I got there, Brandon and Josh were looking for a buck that Brandon shot. Jeff was out hunting and Corey was out hunting. As I was pulling in, Jeff was actually walking up the driveway, coming back from his morning sit. And so I hung out with him for a little bit. Josh and Brandon ended up coming back. Josh had to leave, so Jeff went with Brandon, and I stayed back to get ready to hunt, because you're on your rutcation. You're hunting all day, or most of it, for the most part. But anyways, so the guys are all busy. Corey was hunting. I was getting ready to go out on my hunt for the day, for the afternoon. And as I was waiting, I get a text message and a phone call from Corey saying, "Hey man, I just shot a deer." And we're like, "What the heck? In the middle of the day?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." So we rallied the troops and headed out to where Corey was to help get his buck back to the house. We got it back. It was a really nice 8-point or 7-point. I don't remember really. But it was a pretty nice deer. He shot it at about 12:30, 1 o'clock. So middle of, like, the exact middle of the day. So good for him. Congrats to him. That's the second time that he's done that. He did it last gun season on opener at like noon also. So if that doesn't say get out in the woods and stay there as long as you can, I don't know what does. So we got his deer back. We got it gutted, and I went to get ready to go out for my first evening sit of my rutcation. I went to the backfield where we've been seeing deer on camera. Sorry. Excuse me, I was yawning. We've been getting deer on camera, and it was the only part of the farm that hadn't been picked yet with the corn. So I went back there. I saw a tiny little spike and some does, but that was it. So I knew that I had to change it up for Friday morning. Friday morning comes along, and I went back to a stand that's in the woods. I had a broken off 6 come by. He actually got within like 10 yards of my tree. I could have shot him, but I didn't want to. It was kind of It was a small deer. So, a little later on, I had a deer just blow by me. I don't know what the heck it was running from, but it went literally right past my stand. Like, if the tree had a normal sized person arm, it could have touched the deer. But that was all I saw that sit. Friday night sit, I went to... Where did I go Friday night? I think I hunted... Where did I go hunt Friday night? I hunted a stand in the North Woods side of the property. There was a... Sorry. There was a trail of corn from the corn bin that was out in the field. So I was hunting that, or hunting near that, not hunting on it. Looking for a deer to come by to get to the sort of bait pile. And nothing ever did. Everything came out from down further in the field. So I got kind of screwed on the corn pile sit, so to speak. The guys kept calling me CPD, Corn Pile Dan. It was funny. They still call me that to this day. It's been like 5 days since. But anyway, so I saw deer, but they just were not anywhere close to me. I did get busted by the old nanny doe in the area. I wasn't moving, making any noise, and my wind was going the other direction. And she stood about 50 yards away from me, upwind, looked directly into my eyes, and gave me the old tail flip off. And her baby was out of there. In doing so, though, it scared away, or put everything else on alert, and let the 2 bucks know that were out in the other field that there was danger. So I got kind of screwed, but maybe next time I'll get to take care of her first, if you know what I mean. Saturday morning, I went back to the stand in the woods. I saw... What did I see? Saw a couple does. I didn't see anything. That's right. I didn't see anything Saturday morning. Which was a bummer. It was perfect out, but didn't see anything. Headed back in about 11 or so. Went back out in the evening, Saturday evening, and we got out kind of late. We had a late lunch with the people that own the property, so that was kind of a pain in the butt, but you got to keep them happy, and we just want to be the best guests that we can be. So we got a late start. It was cold. It was the first cold wind of the year coming out of the north, and I was freezing. I did not have enough clothes on. I completely forgot what that feels like, and it wasn't good. Not at all. I got cold, got down early, and made my way back to the house, and started getting dinner ready for the guys. At that point, it was just me, Jeff, and Steve there, because Steve arrived in the afternoon that day. And, yeah. Or no, he came Friday night, so he could hunt Saturday morning, Saturday night, and all that stuff. Sunday morning, though, I did not hunt. I had to get back early, so I just used it as a little sleep in and gave me time to get ready and head home. Steve actually shot a buck Sunday morning after I left. It's a pretty nice one. And then Brandon came back down. He left Friday night. He came back down Sunday, and he shot a buck last night. And it's a pretty nice one. A big 7. So Steve, Brandon, and Corey have shot deer down there already this year. So that leaves Jeff, me, Josh, and Tyler. So hopefully I can get it done this weekend. This next weekend I'm going down for gun opener, but I will be bow hunting because gun hunting is too rich for my blood down there, and it's really expensive. You can get, so how it works in Indiana is you buy an archery license, or you buy a firearm license, or you buy a muzzleloader license. Well, you can buy all three of those when the season arises, or you can buy a combo tag, which means that you can hunt in any of the seasons. But so regardless of what tag you have, you're only allowed to shoot one buck per year. With the combo, you can shoot one buck and 2 does anyway that's legal. And so I usually just get the archery tag, because you can shoot a buck or a doe with the archery tag, so you don't get screwed without anything. So you should be able to shoot something and bring home some meat. But for whatever reason, I have not shot an arrow at an animal down there. So I made it a goal for myself this past weekend to shoot at something. If given the opportunity, I was going to shoot at something, and everybody was okay with it. I mean, of course they were. I was okay with it, and I just never had anything in range. One of the deer that I saw on Saturday morning, I was going to shoot. I saw a deer coming. Oh, I did see something Saturday morning. That's right. Saw a deer coming, grabbed my grunt tube, grunted a couple times, had it interested, had my bow in my hand, and it didn't end up coming in, but I was ready. I was ready for the kill. Got my heart pumping a little bit, so that was awesome. That hadn't happened in a while. But hopefully this weekend I can get something. It's firearm season. I'm going to have my bow. I'll be down there Friday. Or not Friday, but end of the week in the morning. I'm going to plan on hunting literally as much as I can. Not sure who else is going to be down there, but we're going to have a good time. That is for sure, for sure. The rut is kicking in. It was kind of slow for us, slow at the farm, so hopefully we didn't miss the good part of the rut where the deer are running all over like crazy. That's some of my favorite memories deer hunting, is being in the woods on that day. Now you really can't estimate when that day is going to happen, or when those 3 hours are going to happen, but there is some things you can do to help your success, I guess. What you just got to focus on the funnels between food and bedding. Look for neck down timber strips and creek crossings and stuff like that, connecting two bigger areas. During the rut, bucks run these like highways, you know. They're going in between two bedding areas, or two like food areas, looking for does that are hot. And if you have fresh rubs and scrapes on these travel routes, set up on those. They will be active. They are active, so they're going to keep those does coming through. A funnel between a pick cornfield and a thick CRP bedding area can be a gold mine during that 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. window. So don't be afraid to sit all day, or even get out early or get out later in the morning and sit through midday. You know, most people climb down between like 9 or 10 in the morning. So it's a good idea to stay put and be in your stand, so the other hunters are pushing the deer around as they're getting out of the stand to go get breakfast. So pack your snacks, pack your water, or your energy drinks or Mountain Dews or whatever you need. Because those bucks use the quiet midday hours to check doe groups and sneak between cover. And if you're out there between cover, you might have a chance. If you're near water or shaded travel routes, that's even better. they'll use those paths when temperatures rise, but you're really looking for that cold front in early November. Bring a sandwich, extra clothes, and be ready to sit for a while. If the wind's good, try to commit to an all-day sit. The pressure from nearby hunters pushes mature bucks into predictable midday patterns, which is very true. Both of my buddies who shot deer the other day capitalized on that midday action, and they were successful, very successful. They have meat in the freezer, and I don't. Firearm season is about to start here in Michigan and in Indiana, and I probably won't hunt with a gun in either place, actually. Probably not in Michigan. I've got another trip planned and maybe a second trip planned for the rest of November, but I only have bow hunting capabilities in Indiana, so that is what I'm going to do. Luckily, their archery season is open through firearm season, so easy peasy. I just won't have a long shot, like a long distance shot at a deer. I have to still keep them within 40 yards. So that'll be fun. I won't get a chance to gun hunt here in Michigan. I'm going to be unable to hunt Thanksgiving weekend, but that's all right. There's plenty of time after that. There's a whole another month of December and a bunch in January. If I would get out around here, it's just state land, and state land is bonkers with people during gun season. So I will wait that out if I have to, or just go try to find a place where nobody has been and no one hunts. So, but we all know that can be quite the task, especially on public land in populated areas. It might be a good opportunity, though, for me to head up and do some scouting in some distant places that I've never been, more expansive state land areas. Could be quite productive during late firearm season, early firearm season, every firearm season, just to get away from people. Deer will be moving. There will be tons of deer killed, and there always is. Let's see, maybe in the next podcast I'll get the deer numbers for this year in Michigan, and we can talk about the counties that have all the kills and the least amount of kills and everything like that. So why don't we look forward to that maybe in the next episode? I'm not quite sure, but I will talk about that at some point this hunting season. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Hunt, Fish, Live podcast. Thanks for hanging out with me and talking a little hunting. If you like the show, be sure to follow along and subscribe. Leave a comment and share it with a buddy who lives for this stuff too. Till next time, get outside, hunt hard, fish often, and just live it. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks again, everybody.